Welcome to this video tutorial that outlines an easy way in which non-filmmakers and non-actors can make effective Cameo appearance videos to enhance programming assignments. Cameo appearance videos can put a face to your programming assignments and emphasize that programming is solving a diversity of problems for a diversity of people. They also emphasize that those people will be using the programs, judging the solutions, and maybe even making updates to the original requirements over the program's hopefully long lifetime. And most importantly, the videos need not be elaborate or sophisticated to be effective. The videos I make feature myself and my students, the vast majority of which have had no prior acting experience whatsoever. So let's get started. There are many ways to record and edit videos. This particular tutorial is going to demonstrate how to do it very easily using Zoom and the video editor provided by YouTube. It's a three-step process that consists of first, developing your storyline, then recording it on Zoom with a few tips to help overcome the lack of experience in acting, and then finally, uploading your video and using the YouTube editor to develop your final product. When developing your storyline, you'll first want to decide if the video is going to represent an entire problem in itself, basically replacing a written assignment, or if it will augment a written assignment, introducing or motivating a problem that the assignment describes. If it is a video that replaces a written assignment, remember that the finer details that impact implementation will need to be conveyed precisely. On the other hand, if it's a video that simply introduces or motivates a written assignment, it provides a little bit more leeway for actors in terms of not needing to stick exactly to the script. It's up to you how thoroughly you develop a script, if it's just an outline of points that should be mentioned at some place, or they really are specific details that need to be given. It's a big advantage to be doing it on Zoom because the actor needs to be looking at the screen anyway in order to be recorded. So hint number one in terms of helping your actors out is that the actor can actually have the script up on their screen as they're recording, and they can refer to it to make sure that they're on track or simply to read the script itself. In my own experience, I have found that it's a lot easier not to be too committed to the word-by-word delivery of your script, especially if you're working with non-actors. Often it's helpful to let them say the ideas in ways that are comfortable for them to say them. On the other hand, if you have points that need to be conveyed precisely because they're relevant to the programming assignment's implementation, there are a number of tricks you can use. One trick I like to use is to incorporate reading into the video itself. For example, a character could be a delivery person who happens to look at their clipboard in order to read out their pricing scale. Or, in the case of my own video, Pie Party, which can be seen on this channel, an admin who tells the audience that they are going to refer to their own notes in order to get the numbers right.
And it would really be helpful if I had a report that would help me figure this out. Now, I'll tell you what I need. I'm going to read it for you on my report here.
On other occasions, I have had actors sit in front of whiteboards that were full of bullet points that they needed to touch on during their video. So now you're ready to start filming. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about filming over Zoom because it has the advantage, as stated above, that the actor can have the script up on the screen in order to help them get through their performance. Zoom also has an advantage that you yourself can be directing or coaching the actor remotely through Zoom. Just make sure that you have pinned the actor so that the recording stays with them throughout. I also recommend that rather than recording to the cloud, you record to the local computer. To make editing easier, you'll want to make sure that you are recording one single piece of footage. So if an actor makes a mistake on a line, simply have them take a pause and then repeat the line again until they get it correct. Or if really necessary, you can pause the video and then restart it when the actor is ready. But don't stop the video. That will cause you to have a number of different pieces of film that would need to be put together. Again, the goal is to have one single long piece of footage that will contain mistakes, but those mistakes will be edited out later. And remember, since the video is going to be edited anyway, it's really not necessary for the person to deliver their performance in one consecutive stream. It's perfectly fine for them to divide it up into smaller pieces, even going line by line, to make sure they're comfortable with each line as they deliver it. As an example of applying some of these techniques, let's check this actual raw footage from the video for Katie's Cupcakes. Maddie, who is my TA for the class and who played Katie, delivers the performance line by line, and in between the actual delivery of her lines, you can see that she's reading them from the screen, and we also discuss them. It's particularly important to note that she is pinned so that the camera stays on her even when I am talking. This is particularly important because there's often a lag when switching from one person to another, and one can accidentally end up with the wrong person's face being recorded, even though the speaker is being shown. Finally, you'll notice that her delivery of the line we talked about is actually different than was in the script, which was perfectly okay because it got across the essence of what needed to be said, but she said it in a way that was comfortable for her.
Hello, my name is Katie and I am the owner of Katie's Cupcakes. Here at Katie's Cupcakes, we sell all types, shapes, and sizes.
Perfect.
Okay. Everywhere is an idea. Okay. A new addition that we've added to our bakery is we now do online orders. Yeah?
Yeah. Well, yeah, perfect. Just do it a little bit slower, but that's exactly it. Yep.
Okay. A new addition to my bakery is I've now implemented online orders.
Perfect. So whatever techniques you use, remember that it will take a number of tries to get things where you want them, and just have patience, stay upbeat, and remember, it's the face on the screen and the general story they're telling that really counts. When you are done recording, if you have managed to capture a single perfect take, congratulations! I have never managed to do that, so the next step is to edit out the pieces of the video that contain the mistakes. For this tutorial, we'll be talking about using the YouTube editor, but again, there are many ways to edit and record video using either your computer or your cell phone. We are just going to use YouTube because it's straightforward and a very simple editor to use. Of course, you'll first want to create your own channel, which you can make for free, and upload the video to that channel. Once it's been uploaded, when you see your own video on the channel, you will notice that there is a button that says Edit Video, which you can click. When you come to the dashboard, which has the basic information you added when you uploaded your video, you can click over here on the editor, which takes you to the video editor. And here's the timeline that shows your video, along with the sound of the video, which can also be a helpful guide when you're editing. And here, of course, is the video itself for playback. Now, if you remember in the video that we had just watched, there were a couple things you would probably want to take out of it. First of all, at the very end of the video, I said perfect. So it would be useful to trim that off the end. And then also there was the long period in the middle where she was practicing out the line and I was giving some commentary. So we can preview the video.
My name is Katie and I am the owner of Katie's Cupcakes. Here at Katie's Cupcakes, we sell all types, shapes, and sizes.
And you can see that's where she ends the part that we'll probably want to keep. You can also notice a gap here. So sometimes, as I said, the sound wave can help you with your editing.
A new addition that we've added to our bakery is we now do online orders. Yeah?
Yeah. Well, yeah, perfect. Just do it a little bit slower, but that's exactly it. Yep.
Okay. A new addition to my bakery is I've now implemented online orders.
And then you could see there again where the sound began is probably where we would want to edit again. Then there's that little bit where I had said perfect that we'll also trim out. So we can just come up here, click on the trim and new cut. Much like if you've ever trimmed on Zoom, you can just drag the edges to trim off what you don't want. So maybe we'll want to, actually I think she's fine. There might trim off just a little bit there. And on this side, I definitely want to trim out where I said perfect. And you can see she's also looking down actually at me on Zoom. So we'll trim it to, good, just about there. She's done talking. She's still smiling. She hasn't moved her head yet. And her eyes are on the screen. So that looks like a good place to trim it. And we can then, of course, preview it.
My name is Katie and I'm the
if
owner
we
of
want
Katie's
to
Cupcakes.
double check
Here at Katie's Cupcakes, we sell all types
that we trimmed it
shapes,
to
and
the
sizes.
places we wanted to. Perfect. And we can also jump ahead if we want to skip over parts of the video. Now, let's cut out that middle portion. Again, we can click New Cut, and we'll see we have red this time. And we can back it up and you can see the video is showing us what we're seeing. And so here she's talking. Yep, she's just about done and still smiling there. So we're going to put the edge of that cut there. And then on this side, we're going to bring it back to right to where she starts speaking again. So she has her mouth open there. Maybe we'll take it from here and see how that looks. Okay. All right. We can preview that.
Hello, my name is Katie and I am the owner of Katie's Cupcakes. Here at Katie's Cupcakes, we sell all types, shapes, and sizes. A new addition to my bakery is I've now implemented online orders.
I'm not wild about that because she takes a breath. So why don't we really just back it up to basically where she starts speaking. And let's see how that looks. So we'll move the playhead back to there and play it.
We sell all types, shapes, and sizes. A new addition to my bakery is I've now implemented online orders.
I like that better. It seems much tighter. So if I like the clip, I check it to accept it. And this is going to be our new video with the trims made and the cut in the middle. There's no limit to the number of cuts you have. If you have a video of any length, you're going to have lots of cuts in it. And again, these cuts aren't going to be smooth. You will see the jumps in them, and those jumps are quite acceptable and in fact expected on talking head videos on YouTube. So at this point, if we're happy with our video, we simply click save. And it tells us that the new video will be constructed and the original video will also be stored so that we can undo edits if we decide we don't like it. So we'll simply click save. And you can see it says our video is being processed and to check back later. There are videos on YouTube that go into the editor in a lot of detail, but you can see with just a few simple techniques, you can trim down your long video into a very typical talking head video. Check the comments below for links and sample Cameo appearance videos and their associated assignments. I hope that this tutorial has inspired you to make your own Cameo appearance videos, either to accompany assignments you already have or to serve as a basis for completely new assignments. In either case, they give you the opportunity to put a diversity of people into your programming assignments.